So, good evening, warm welcome. Today's question is more frequently and basic question, irrespective of level, whether you are joining a junior level or mid or senior level. The question can be same, but the depth of requirement can be different in each of the cases. If you are applying for head of supply chain, maybe they will ask the question by showing you the financial document like balance sheet, ask them to identify where is inventory and how do you calculate or reduce the cost. But even the same is applicable if you are under in the junior position. So let me attach the screen. This is live in both LinkedIn and YouTube. If you have missed any of our previous session, you are welcome to go to our YouTube channel and see those questions. Coming to today's question, how to reduce the supply chain cost. So maybe this question looks very vague, but you cannot attempt or give an answer in a vague way. The answer you have to tell near to perfection. That's what is the expectation. So there are different ways in which we can handle this. Give me time so that I can split this. No, it cannot be split. We call this as a 5 M's. Okay, maybe those who are popular with root cause analysis, they will use the similar 5 M. First M is material. Of course, for supply chain executive, inventory is one of the biggest problem. How do you control the inventory is the biggest thing. So there are a lot of possibility of answering within the inventory. How do you control it? All depends upon the various factors, including, for example, what is the order quantity? Are you getting some quantity discount from the vendor? Are you following JIT and lean principle? Are you using milk run? All this can be part of the answer. Of course, we can also say we are going to use ABC analysis to segregate the item. And one of the important way to reduce the cost could also be from consignment inventory or vendor managed inventory. Okay, so each of this requires some steady and answer. If the interviewer wants to go in depth into each of this, then you should be in a position to explain. For example, VMI, vendor managed inventory. So how do you save cost? What is consignment inventory? How do you save cost? I have put a specific word like milk run. How does that save organization in reducing the inventory? So you need to do some background work. That is first term. Second one is machines, especially in supply chain. We use vehicles, whether it's for material handling inside the plant. For example, you may have a forklift or crane overhead, or there may be a lot of pallet trucks and other things inside the warehouse, or outside you may use the vehicle for transportation, either your own fleet or you are getting it through hire or lease. Then you have to study how you can what is the capacity required, and do you have excess item required. Can you go for leasing or renting? Any repetitive work, maybe you can automate to some extent. Low cost automations are available. Why can't you go for hire and lease? Why, if you are using only 2 hours every day forklift, you can hire such forklift only when required, but maybe not possible in all location. But where there is a concentration of industry, it is always possible. We used to do, for example, hiring a extra or additional forklift only for few days or few hours. Then the third M relates to men. Okay, why you need to employ so much employees? Should you do you need all these people skilled, or do you need only unskilled? Especially in the warehouse operation, there are a lot of unskilled operation like unloading, loading, counting, opening, packing. This you need not spend iron money and get people. You can get a casual laborer, or you can also outsource through a third party called 3PL, third party logistic. But in any case, you need to understand what capacity is available and what is the load on that capacity. If you are clear on that, then it's fine. Otherwise, you cannot simply say, I have 30 people available in the warehouse and their load is more. No, you need to do some kind of a time motion study or the cycle service study. For example, how much time is required to pack or unpack a box, how much time it is required to count some components, how much time it's required to make invoices. All this, some standard time has to be there. Then only you will be in a position to justify on man. So here we are trying to optimize the cost by optimizing the skill required, skill versus unskilled people, or in-house versus outsourced people that can help. Next method is called method, how you are doing the currently work. Okay, especially in the warehouse, the layout plays the very significant role. And how do you keep position this material inside the layout? It may be racks, so where you are keeping the item, where you are keeping in the ground level or mid level or higher level. For this, you need to do an analysis called FSN analysis: fast moving, slow moving, non moving. So, accordingly, you have to place the item. For example, fast moving item should be near to the dispatch, most preferred location. If you are keeping that somewhere behind or in some internal position, it's not okay. So there also some analysis has to be done, and this may change. It may not be same fast moving item this year, next year, last year. No. So once in 6 months, you have to analyze and make this FSN analysis, and where possible, you need to also redesign the layout. Finally, coming to the measurement, which is the fifth M, it could be inventory accuracy or damages. For example, if there are frequent damages while storing or handling, of course, that is going to increase the cost. Okay, cost of quality we call. And also, the inventory accuracy matters. For a warehouse guy, the physical stock should match with the system stock, but it may not be the case all the time, because there can be so many reasons why it is not matching, including theft or pilferage. This has to be checked. Okay, I hope this concise answer will help you. But in any case, if interviewer wants to go in depth in each of this activity, then you should be in a position to answer it. I am just in this session giving a overall knowledge, but we will try to see some of this content as we progress in the future session. Okay, if any one of you have the question, any queries or clarification and watching live, you can comment either in YouTube or LinkedIn. I hope this kind of session is beneficial. And if you have any such specific questions, you can always comment so that I can take up for the next session. Have a nice